The time skip has come. 3 years have passed, the characters have grown up, and their new designs have been revealed. We now have the 8th HOKAGE in the form of Shikamaru. Code has been hunting Boruto for the last 2 years, and Kawaki has become much stronger. He visits the 7th HOKAGE along with Hinata in his dimension. Chapter 81 only increased the interest in the upcoming events. Enjoy watching. Let's start with Sarada. She's unhappy with what's happening in the village and argues with the current HOKAGE. In this scene, we're shown her new design. She looks amazing, but to me, a bit overly sexualized. Although in the anime, her clothing will likely be changed. In the chapter, we learn that she's still a genin, which is strange considering she became a chunin in the anime. Once again, hints at the divergence between the anime and manga universes. Furthermore, it's hinted that Sasuke is considered a traitor, though Shikamaru denies it. Interestingly, Konohamaru has become the deputy of the new HOKAGE. It's his first step towards realizing his dream. However, there's an intriguing question. Why wasn't Shikamaru's face shown on the HOKAGE Faces monument in the first episode? And it's unclear whether it's shown in the manga at all. Hopefully, this will be addressed in the upcoming chapters. We're also shown the new design of Sumire. She, along with Sarada, meets Eida and Daemon, who haven't aged for some reason. Their design hasn't changed, apart from a little in the clothes. Perhaps it's because they are cyborgs or they spent a lot of time in Kawaki's dimension. These are the only reasons that explain why they haven't aged. Sarada tells Eida that her omnipotence didn't work on her, causing her to suspect that her enchantment technique doesn't work on them either. Meanwhile, we are shown Kawaki. His design has changed drastically. He looks amazing too, in my opinion. Next to him is his best friend, it would seem, and that's Mitsuki, who also looks cool. Kawaki is kind of uncomfortable because Mitsuki is always around him and follows him everywhere. It seems that Orochimaru's son is beginning to suspect something, despite claiming to hate Boruto. Also, we become aware that Kawaki has become much stronger and even learned to fly. He now fully utilizes Ishiki's eye in all its forms. Thanks to his strength, he frees Konoha from Code's claws. During his free time, he visits his dimension where Naruto and Hinata are. The HOKAGE and his wife haven't aged since time stopped for them. At the same time, Code decides to attack Konoha, sending his creatures there. Sarada is the first opponent he encounters. In their conversation, it became known that Code has been hunting Boruto for the last 2 years and is tired of it. So, he decides to attack the Leaf Village to lure out his enemy. We also notice that he has a scar on his left eye. Considering he has been looking for the younger Uzumaki for 2 years, we can assume that the scar was caused by the main character. The most epic moment is the appearance of Boruto himself, stepping on Code's face as if it were dirt. Sarada is incredibly surprised to see her friend, and possibly her future love interest. We're shown the HOKAGE's son in all his glory. It's clear that he has grown and matured. His appearance suggests that he has become much stronger. If he's been facing Code for the past 2 years, then it's understandable that he has been training in battles. Questions arise. Where is Sasuke? Why does Boruto have his katana? Is the Uchiha still alive? But we'll talk about that a bit later, as we're also introduced to Himawari's new design. The girl has grown up and wants to become stronger to help Boruto. The omnipotence technique worked on her, and her memory is rewritten as well. However, despite this, she feels that her father is still alive and believes that Boruto isn't to blame. This implies that in the upcoming chapters, we'll see Himawari's development and she'll be involved in the plot as Naruto's daughter. As for me, the most awkward designs are Shikadai's and Inojin's. It feels like they haven't really grown compared to Boruto and the others. And, essentially, the chapter ends when Boruto makes his appearance, but I have a few questions. Does the attack on Konoha mean that the events of the first episode will happen? Will the Leaf Village be destroyed? Or was this chapter just an introduction and now we'll be shown events that happened before Boruto's appearance? I hope it's not the case. Chapter 82 will be a continuation of 81, so we'll witness the battle between Kawaki, Code, and Boruto, and I believe Sarada will also reveal something new. If that's the case, then we can expect a destroyed Konoha and the events of the first episode. Now, let's talk a bit about where Sasuke might be. Most likely, he's alive and will appear a bit later to have a conversation with Shikamaru. I don't think that Uchiha died during this 3-year time skip. He's too important a character for the plot to simply announce his death. Also, it seems that Boruto, like Kawaki, can fly, because according to the sensor information, he appeared above the place where Code's monsters were. This means that he was in the air. Regarding Shikamaru becoming the HOKAGE, it's logical. I've already made a video about it. But still, I'd prefer to see Sakura in that position. However, the choice of Shikamaru as the 8th HOKAGE is logical, as he was the deputy to 2 HOKAGE and knows all about the village's affairs. In terms of information, he's the best candidate for the role, but not in terms of strength. In my opinion, he's the weakest among all the HOKAGE. There are many questions, and the new chapter should provide at least some answers. I want to see what Boruto is capable of. I'm curious why Code hasn't grown. His appearance hasn't changed, just like Eida's and Daemon's. This is probably because they are cyborgs. What is Amato doing now? If the consciousness rewriting technique worked on him, then he might consider Boruto as a carrier of his daughter's karma. And now he might try to contact him somehow or even follow him, meaning he might leave the village. I wonder where Kakashi is. He's probably the one who trained Sarada. What has Sakura been doing all this time? After all, her husband is considered a traitor again. I'm looking forward to the new chapter and, in the future, I want to do a more in-depth analysis of the events. Write your opinions on everything that happened in the comments, what you think of the designs, and what you expected from the chapter. Good luck to all.